Hi, welcome back, folks. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Just started. Not sure about what the weather's like where you're at, but it's 106 in Arizona today. It's actually been that's actually slightly cool. It's been lately, or at least 115, 110, and we still haven't had it's almost August. We still haven't had our first monsoon or first rain this summer. I can't remember last time it rained. I think it was sometime in May, and it didn't even rain. It was just a light trickle. It didn't even rain that much. Yeah, it only rained for maybe probably less than an hour, and it was just a light drizzle. It didn't even pour. Yeah, it's weird. Back in Illinois, I used to get storms all the time. I actually kind of miss them. It's kind of cool to see storms. They rarely happen out here, but when they do happen, it's like, yes, a thunderstorm. I definitely don't miss though when it does rain in the summertime, because it's already pretty hot out here. Low humidity is a dry heat, but oh man, when it does rain out here in the summertime afterwards, it sucks because it just gets so humid. So you have this 100-degree heat, and then the humidity on top of that. Oh, it is miserable, just miserable. And that in Illinois too, more often. I definitely don't miss having to worry about tornadoes and power outages. They have happened out here, but they're very rare, and they're very short-lived and just minor wind damage, if anything. It's nothing major, like not a major tornado like you get in Kansas and Missouri, or Nebraska, Oklahoma, like that Moore, Oklahoma. That's impossible for it to happen. I think the worst tornado that ever happened out here was somewhere in Phoenix. I don't even think anybody died, but I think it was the worst tornado ever in Phoenix history. Was it 50 years? It was definitely one of the last 100 years. I think it was maybe 50 or 60 years ago, but 50 houses got damaged and not completely destroyed. So that's the worst that could happen for the most part. Well, anyways, getting a little off track here. Wanted to talk about, this is a video response to my friend Todd, and I wanted to talk about fitness, and he was talking about the importance of maintaining a reasonably good diet and exercise routine as we age. Not really sure so much about, as we get older, we tend to put on weight because our metabolisms slow down as we get older, and we can speed it up with exercise. We lose bone density, muscle mass. It gets harder to make as we age. It just depends. I noticed, of course, I did do a lot of beer drinking too, which probably contributed to it. But I noticed even in my early 20s, I think my metabolism started to slow. Us as guy, our testosterone, I'm not sure about women, but our testosterone levels drop along with metabolism as we age. You see a lot of these college kids that eat junk. They do this tremendous, binge beer drinking, tremendous drinking all the time, several times a week, but yet they still got six-packs, and they still got bulging biceps. But like my wife said, it doesn't matter at that age. They can get away with it. They're still going through puberty. And I noticed, and again, I did do a lot of beer drinking in my 20s, but I noticed even when I was 23 and a half, almost 24, that's when I noticed I started putting a little bit of weight on, and little by little over the years. But especially in my 30s, that's like the end of youth. That's when I noticed I really started having to watch it. I know that's when I really cut back on my drinking. Once I turned 30, it's like, man, getting drunk, it's just, I can't do it anymore. I could still, even now at 41, I could still drink like a 21-year-old, but let me tell you, I cannot recover like a 21-year-old. It hurts. It takes me 2 days to recover now. It used to be in my 20s, I'd get hangovers, but I would just, pop, a couple pain relievers like Advil, ibuprofen, Tylenol, something like that, and a couple hours I'd be good. But I can't do that. It takes me 2 days to recover now. Now I rarely drink, and I have 3 or 4 drinks, and bam, I'm good. Maybe 6 the most, but even that's very rare. It doesn't appeal to me like it used to. And I have found as I got, it's just, I look back at my 20s at times, I think such a waste. I wasted so much time and money, and just getting blasted in my 20s. me, I look back and I really don't look healthy in my 20s. Looking back on it, and I mean, just looking at old pictures, and I think it's mainly because I was just under the influence of alcohol so much. It definitely affected my health. It affects your health the way you look. And I think I look healthier now. I mean, in my 30s, look at pictures, I look healthier, and I suffered from malnutrition, I think, because I was drinking so much. I wasn't getting enough nutrients. I know, like, the next day I'd be sick. I wasn't eating breakfast. I just eating very little, but, yeah, I think I look healthier in my early 40s. I just turned 41 a couple months ago. Where was I here? But yeah, it definitely, as men get older, you can't get I get the testosterone checked. It's normal, but if you have low testosterone, you can get testosterone shots, but you got to be careful of that, because I did know one guy that had low testosterone, and he got some testosterone shots, and it was almost like steroids in a way. He had like mood swings from it. He just had like these outbursts of anger. So you got to be careful of that. Definitely, if you notice anything abnormal like that, definitely let your doctor know if you're getting testosterone shots. But yeah, it would be better, I think, just to boost your testosterone, your metabolism, with exercise, proper dieting. And definitely, I'm not one to preach. I preach, but I don't really practice. I need to get back into weightlifting, and that's why I want to talk about weightlifting. Cardio is good. Any kind of exercise is good, and any exercise is better than no exercise at all. And there's a lot of people that like to preach to the choir, saying, "Oh, you should exercise every day." You can get I've been doing it like every other day, running, jogging. You can get just as much of a benefit out of doing it 4 days a week, as opposed to 7 days a week, and more than likely go into it easy, because more than likely if you try to go into it too hard, you're going to get, so fatigued, and then you're going to quit. You're going to feel like not doing it all. So even if you start off just exercising, 1 day a week, just, or a couple days, 3 days, just do that, ease into it slowly. And remember, everything it takes a lot of, it's more mental discipline too. Everything is hardest when you first start. So stick with it, you'll, especially weightlifting, oh man, you get sore, you're gonna use muscles that you haven't used for a while, whether it's your legs, your arms, your back, your shoulders, unfortunately, you're gonna feel sore, but that's just part of getting back into it. But it's hardest at the beginning, and once you get used to it, once you get in a routine, you'll feel better, you'll look better, and you'll actually want to do it. That's the way I was. I need to get back into weightlifting. I haven't weightlifted for about 3 years, and don't worry about the scale. The thing you should really concentrate on is your overall body fat percentage. My personal trainer told me when I first started out, because I did lose a lot of weight in a very short period of time. I think within the first week and a half, 2 weeks, I did lose 10 pounds. I went from like 265 down to 257, and I did check my weight quite a bit, and personal trainer was like, "Are you sure that's right?" He's like, "I'll have to check. I want to check your weight too," because he said that's really unusual for somebody to lose that much weight in such a short period of time. At the beginning, like, you could check it if you wanted to, but I said, yeah, I've been checking every day since I started, and it was consistently 257, 257, 258, and I did lose a lot of body fat percentage, which is what you want to focus on if you have a body fat calibrator. I went from like 27% body fat down to 24. I did get down to 255, and I did plateau there. But they did say not to worry so much about your weight, because they said I was doing a lot of weightlifting and using machines, which is going to build muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. And the personal trainer told me, like, don't feel bad. You might want to just throw out your scale and just concentrate on your overall body fat percentage, because he said that you're going to be building so much muscle that you may not lose any weight at all. He said you may gain weight, but he said don't worry about that. He said technically professional athletes are overweight because they have so much muscle mass, which is what they want to concentrate on. And it's the best way to burn fat. Cardio's good, strength training is good, and any exercise is better than, calisthenics. Any jumping jacks, jump roping, push-ups, any exercise is better than none at all. But weightlifting is the absolute best, and especially as you age, it gets harder to build muscle, but it can be done. Anybody can develop muscles. You lose your overall body fat percentage, and some people think that, if they stop working out, the muscle will turn to plump. No, it'll still be there. I mean, you can lose muscle mass as you age. More than likely, what happened was you've gotten flab built on top of the muscle, and once you lose that muscle doesn't go away. It just doesn't turn to mush, okay? So once you lose that body fat percentage, your muscle mass, your muscles, which you already have, will show more. It's just that the plump is more wherever whether it's your stomach, your six-pack, your biceps, your triceps, that muscle is still there. It just, there's plump that's built on top of that muscle. So once you start working out again, losing body fat percentage, that muscle mass will show more. And it does get harder to get your body fat percentage below 20% as you age, because they were trying to get me below, I think, the lowest they ever got, I haven't checked for years, but I think the lowest they got was like 24, but they said, we'd like to get you into the teens, but they said that is really hard, but they said it's not impossible. But as you get older, it gets harder to get your body fat percentage down. It gets harder to get your metabolism sped up. They said, if you do these really intense workouts, they said you could be laying on the couch and yet you're still burning calories. And I know I did this one workout. The first time I did it, I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I was going to throw up. It was an hour, and it was like a combination. It was called exit training, and it was like weight training, strength training, and cardio. It was like 3 workouts in one. And I think after the first 15 or 20 minutes, I felt like I was going to throw up. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was seeing stars. So I went to, they had the heart rate monitor on me. And I don't know how many calories I had burned at that point, but I went to sit outside the room on a couch for the rest of the hour, 45 minutes, and they had said I had still burned. They were impressed. I had still burned like 1,000 calories total. And once I started doing the workouts, I think I was burning like 1,500 calories. That was amazing. When they said that they had never seen that before, I was always burning, even though I wasn't working out the hardest, even though I was trying. There were people in there that were in much better shape than I was, but I was burning more calories than them. I guess I had more fat to burn, more weight to lose. I think my intent on the zone I was in, and most of the other people were not in. They had like these different zones for the amount of intensity, and they wanted to get me into the orange zone, which I think I did after a while, but first I was in like the danger zone, which was like the red zone as far as heart rate. But I was at the highest like intensity, even though I wasn't working out the hard. I was trying my best. I was really putting it all in. Like these other people were able. They were more flexible. They were thinner, more leaner. They were able to do stuff better. The stretches, all these exercises better than I was. I'm like, oh man, like I can't do what they're doing, even though I was trying. But I was still burning the calories, which was pretty impressive. And you could eat, and as far as dieting, and again, it's like I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm not really doing it myself. I do eat a lot of healthy food, but I also eat a lot of unhealthy food. And you can, that's the other thing too, don't go on a crash diet. Don't try to be too strict, because more than likely you're going to be too strict with yourself, and you're going to end up, I can't do this. I've been there many times, and you end up quitting, and you don't have to cut. Find out what your calorie, and find out there's a chart for your age, your height, your sex, and it'll tell you like how many calories that you should intake. And as long, you can have whatever you want, but like I said, you could have that Whopper at Burger King, and you've probably Whopper fries, that drink, and unfortunately by doing that, you've probably had all your calories that you're recommended to have. That's probably like, because I think I'm supposed to have 2,500 calories a day. If I were to go to Burger King and have a Whopper with all that junk on it, the cheese, Whatever else they put on, I don't eat that shit. Whatever else they put on there, the mayonnaise, you have the fries, the soda. Like, I would probably have all my calories for the day there, and that's not good. Like, you gotta keep eating throughout the day to keep your metabolism going. That's, not good just to eat one meal a day. You have to, eat little by little. It's good to keep your metabolism, eat 7 or 8 times a day, eat smaller meals to keep your metabolism going. But yeah, unfortunately, most people do work. They're only able to eat 3 big meals a day, maybe a couple of snacks here or there. It's best to eat like 7 or 8 small meals throughout the day, or snacks here and there. But do what you gotta do. But yeah, just, you can eat whatever you want. You can have that steak and baked potato. You can have that ice cream. You can have that chocolate bar. But just, yeah, make sure you can eat. Calories are calorie. But yeah, just make sure, if you can find out what your daily calorie intake will be, don't go above that. Go below there. You will lose weight. You will lose body fat percentage, especially with exercise and working out too. That'll just help you along the way. Now, I will admit, calories are calories, but you will feel better. You still need carbs for brain function and for energy. Don't some people try to do that, the no carb diet, go into that ketosis state, ketogenic diets where you just eat like vegetables and meat, and you will lose weight a lot of real fast that way, but that's not healthy. That's not eating normal. And more than likely, I've known people that have done like a water fast. They just drink water for like 5 days or something like that, but that's not good for you. And you can lose weight real fast that way, but I'm telling you, once you start eating normal again, you'll gain all that weight back and then some. Same thing with the carbs, I've never tried it, but like there was that steak and egg diet. I guess there's a bodybuilder that did that. He did just, I don't know, red meat. It's not good to eat too much red meat because of the saturated fat. It's not really good for your heart. It does have some good nutrients, but yeah, in moderation. But yeah, red meat, that's not healthy to be eating that every day. And this, you can lose weight real fast, but that's just not eating normal. But yeah, there's this steak and egg diet where 2 times a day you have anywhere from a pound, and you can't eat ground beef. I don't know if it's just because it's too high, and you can't have hamburger, even if you don't have the bun. You're not supposed to have hamburger meat. You're supposed to have like a lean steak like sirloin, or something that you can't have. You're not supposed to have like a ribeye, but you have like a lean steak like filet mignon or sirloin, something that doesn't have a lot of fat, very little fat. But yeah, this diet 2 times a day, you're supposed to have anywhere from a pound to a pound, so anywhere from 16 ounces to a pound and a half, like 24 ounces of steak, and then anywhere from like 4 to 6 eggs. And you do that, and then you do that again. And I guess they said with as long as it's a low-fat dressing, they said with the second, like with your dinner, with the second meal, steak and egg meal, and then you have a little salad with it, with a healthy dressing that's, non-fat or low-fat, like a vinaigrette, not like a ranch or a Thousand Island dressing or creamy garlic dressing. And I think they said with eggs, oh yeah, they recommend cooking the steak and eggs in butter and just using a seasoning that doesn't have sugar in it. Like you can just use the salt and pepper, but again, that's not eating normal. But I guess if there's for some reason that you need to get your weight down, you want to get cut real fast, do that. But they said, yeah, once you go back to eating normal, you'll gain all that weight back. But yeah, as far as they said for carbs, it's best to stick, which I can't do. It's best to stick to complex carbs, healthier carbs, instead of simple carbs. Like simple carbs would be regular, white pasta, white bread, regular long grain rice, but instead of regular potatoes, but go for complex carbs like sweet potatoes, brown rice, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta. But I'm sorry, I don't care for it. I gotta have my regular carbs, and I like oatmeal, but yeah, they said go for like oatmeal instead of like cream of wheat, things like that. I'm not sure about grits. Obviously, they're not healthy with butter, but I'm trying to remember if grits are a healthy or a complex or simple carb. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, those are just, and you know, dairy too is the best to, you know, us as humans. Listen, you'll feel better too if you don't consume dairy, lactose. You know, go for stuff like almond milk or soy milk. What's that other? Oh yeah, Greek yogurt, because it doesn't have any dairy or any lactose in it. It's all protein. I like Greek yogurt, but I gotta have some fruit in it or honey. I can't just eat plain Greek yogurt. But yeah, I do. I love my cheese, but yeah, us as humans, like, we weren't made. Everybody's pretty much lactose intolerant. Everybody, like us as humans, we weren't made to be able to digest lactose, dairy. That's why, you know, no matter who you are, you drink a certain amount of dairy or milk, eventually, as a certain amount, you'll throw up. So us as humans weren't made to be able to digest dairy or lactose. We're all lactose intolerant. You know, how much, who knows? Everybody's different, you know. But yeah, I love my cheese. I love dairy products. But yeah, like a vegan diet, that's okay to do that. But man, I could not do that. Like a vegan diet, like you can't eat fish or eggs. It's basically just plant-based. I do love healthy food, but I'm telling you, it's just vegetables and salads, you know, fruit, nuts, things like that. I love all that shit, but I need my protein. I need my meat. I need, sometimes that shit just does not fill me up. I need my protein. I'm sorry. I need it. I cannot do without it. It just, I know one time I tried doing a vegetarian diet for a couple of days. I was able to, you know, stick to the healthy food, but let me tell you, every half hour, it was so irritating because, like, every half hour I'm hungry, I'm running to the pantry for something, whether it be nuts or dried fruit or going to the fridge to get some, you know, fruit or veggies. It was hard. I couldn't do it. I tried doing it for a couple days, and it did not work for me. I was constantly hungry. So yeah, I hope that helps a little. Like I said, don't really know. I'm a man, obviously. I don't know as much about the female body, but I know men, as we age, especially if we don't take care of ourselves, you know, our estrogen, we all have a little bit of estrogen, but yeah, if we don't take good care of ourselves, that's one thing I want to touch on with you men, but your testosterone level goes down, your estrogen goes up, and I'm sure a lot of us men, we want to be in good sexual health, but yeah, anything that, as far as sexual health, a lot of men, as they get older, they can have ED issues due to poor health. I mean, there is Viagra out there, Cialis, things like that, but it's best to do it the natural way. Anything that's good for your heart is good for your... That's the other thing, too. The healthier you eat, more than likely, they say eat better for a better sex life, and that's true. People that eat a lot of junk food don't eat as healthy. You know, it definitely makes you heavier, but as you, you know, I don't know if it's because you get heavier. I think it restricts your blood flow, and unfortunately, it restricts all the arteries, all the blood flow throughout the body. But unfortunately, the penile arteries are the first to suffer. So yeah, they say eat for men, at least. I'm not sure about women. They said for men, eat better for a better sex life. And you know, anything that's good for your heart is good for your penis. Anything that's bad for your heart is bad for your penis. So yeah, I think, you know, you guys that maybe having ED issues, you know, it can happen at any age, but yeah, I mean, it can happen as early as your 30s with men. You know, some men notice, you know, their sex drive starting to have ED issues in their 30s, and especially it's very common with men in their 40s. So yeah, I definitely recommend, before you go that route, before you do, you know, Viagra or Cialis, stuff like that, or get testosterone shots, I definitely recommend you change your diet and you exercise, see what happens. I imagine you'll see some improvement. And, you know, there are other things, like you take, you know, zinc is good, which you can get from, like, red meat, zinc, ginseng, which, is that what's in ginger, I think? But yeah, there are over-the-counter supplements you can get that can help with that. L-carnitine is a good one. zinc, a supplement of, what else? We had ginseng, and then you could also do, my personal trainer recommended for health too, just to make sure you're getting all the vitamins you're supposed to get. Yeah, take a multivitamin once a day. That could help as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Keep your alcohol consumption in moderation. That'll help too. Exercise and eat healthy. Eat healthier. Eat more of the healthy food and less of the shitty food. That's my recommendation. So thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, I know the man's body. I'm a man, so I know the man's body so much more, much better than the woman's body. And especially if you don't take care of yourself, your testosterone levels will go down and your estrogen levels will go up. So for men, that's not good, but I mean, it does happen no matter what you do as you age. So yeah, that's all. I'm not sure about the female body, but I do know the man's body, the male body, a lot better. Yeah, that's all I have to say on all that. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and get out there and let's build these muscles. This is my right arm, my dominant arm. So yeah, I'm like I said, I don't myself. I'm preaching to the choir, but I got to get better self. I got to get back in. I used to be in better shape than I am now. Like I said, I don't look bad now, but I wouldn't mind looking better. We could all do better. So like I said, I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm not really practicing what I preach myself. But I'm trying to be better, and I want to get better. I want to feel better and look better. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Get out there, let's build those muscles, get in better shape, feel better, look better. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all real soon with another great video. Have a great week, everybody. Love you all so much. Bye-bye.